And here we go, pass in front. Young gets it back to the blue line, sneaks under the stick. Back to Kessler. Picked up. Noble to Young. Puck goes into the corner. Burns chips it up for good. Kept in by Bishop. Now Young gets it out. Bishop sends it back in. Burns with it. Gets that to Young. Young to Marshfield. Finish up a line change. Icing laid off. By a bench on the change. Playing around. Gets in. Now it's back to Crossway. His first skate. Hands it off to Regan. Regan gets in the zone. Pass in front. Save is made. Looks like Ethan Philippe in net for the Gators tonight. Now Crossway off the boards. Plays the body and McLean sends it up. A couple of players. Ice waved off. Battle from Carson down low. Getting help from Regan. Regan. Carson. Puck comes around the other side. Marshfield's there to keep it in. Billard behind the net. Pass out front. Gators get there first. They chip it up the boards. Daniel gets it back. Over for McLean. McLean fires up set. Shot from Bishop off the Walker. Billard chips out of his own. Bishop gets it back in his zone. McLean behind the net gets tripped up. Mistakes out of the referee. No call. Keeps it in. Holden with a nice hit, keeping the puck in the zone. Getting some help from Larsh. There we go, Larsh. Nice hit from him. Now Holden keeping it up, but now puck comes back up. Larsh back to the blue line. Shot from Gilbert. Just wide, kept in by Markowicz. Now Holden trying to cycle it. Comes back from Markowicz. Puck gets fired out. That's going to be icing. Bucks. Puck in front. Hold in by Kessler. Gators keep it in, but effort from Marshfield gets the puck out. Gators chip it back over the blue line. Weir's-Bicky battles at the hash marks. Gators come out with it. They get a shot. That's blocked. Puck is up, stays inbounds. Billard gets it back. Chips it up over the blue into the neutral zone. Gators circle back in. pass. He gets it, sends it out. Also from Carson Gooch, he wins the race, gets in. Nice move. Just couldn't tuck the puck in, and the net comes off. Wow, did everything but score there. We got 10.5 minutes to go in the first of a scoreless period. He's going to move the faceoff outside. That's cool. That's really cool. Holden battles. Crossway. Back for McLean. Chips it up for Holden. Bishop keeps it in. Intercepted by Daniel. Turns and Burns. Enters Bishop territory. Behind the net. Into the corner. Bishop finds it. Heads the other way with it. Holden almost with a body check there. Puck goes out of bounds. Fires it off the glass. Noble picks it up. Into the zone. Noble gets a shot. That's deflected. Philippe hangs on to that. All right. Jackson on the draw. Gets that over for Liam. Gets that in the corner. Chips it back for Markowitz. That bounces away from him. Sends it over for Gilbert. Gilbert back for Liam. Liam at the blue line. Nice little move. Gets the puck in the zone. Cuts in. Twist and turn in the corner. Couple Bishop players there. Back for Vinny. Fires that towards the net. Just a little high. Markowitz keeps it in. Liam cycles it. Young pass in front for Markowitz. Cleared away. Knocked down. Puck's live again. Young gets there. Young back for Markowitz. He's going to have to regroup in the neutral zone. Markowitz across for Noble. Noble into the zone. Gets that in front for Dredd. He gets a shot. Save is made. 8:44 to go in the first period. Off the draw, everyone's up. Puck comes out. Looks like Xander Stroni has it. Takes it into Charles zone. Tries to split the defense, but the goalie, Kessler Kuzis, hangs out of that. Marshfield on the draw. Puck right at the net. Burns gets it. Behind the net, fires it up the boards. Wheeler takes it out of his own. Chips it up for Carson. Carson gets it deep, cuts it, tries to get out front, almost gets kneed. Head's shaking the no from the ref, so it can't be a knee. There we go. Shot from Burns. Deflected by Carson. 1-0 St. Charles. Off the draw, Bishop chips it in, gets to the net to get a shot. Nice save from Kessler. Puck comes back up front. Kessler with another save. Puck's in behind the net. St. Charles chips it up the boards. Carson gets it to the blue line. Kept in, but in comes Wiersbicky, taking it into Bishop territory. Now Gucci helping him out. Back for Wiersbicky. Puck comes out for Bishop. They send that cross ice. Billard's there for it. Billard takes it behind the net. Hits the brakes. Hands it off for Risby. Back for Billard. Now Crossley ships it up. Carson off the boards and out. Bishop can't find it. Billard after it. We got called for interference for that yesterday. That's the exact same move. Now Xander gets it in the zone. No call. No shot. Billard picks up the rebound. Over the blue line. Shot from O'Kane. Save is made. Puck's in the corner. Back for McLean. He sends it deep in his zone. O'Kane and Larsh battle in the corner. Puck's back to McLean. He puts that in front. Deflected from O'Kane. Just misses the net. O'Kane in the corner. Gets some help from Larsh. Larsh come around behind the net. Gets it back for McLean. Bouncing puck. He settles that down. Gets that across for Daniel. He gets a shot. Gets deflected high into the corner. McLean sends it back down low for Holden. Holden has a puck in his feet. A couple Bishop players in the mix. They chip it up. O'Kane stops that. Larsh gets loose puck. Hands it off to O'Kane. O'Kane shot on net. Save is made. Rebound comes out front. It's loose. Still loose. Bishop sends it out of the zone. McLean gets there first. Bishop on a line change. Puck gets into the zone. Noble putting some pressure on. Gets support from Holden. Holden tries to get that to O'Kane. Bishop's in the way. They head out with it. 3-on-2. They dump it in the zone. Playing battles. Puck comes in. Bishop sends it back to the blue line. D to D pass. And dump it in. Crossway sees that. Intercepts it to Bishop territory. Gets the puck over for Noble. Noble tries to send that back for Daniel. Daniel's there to help out. Noble pulls it out. Back for Crossway. Crossway works it out of the corner. Behind the net for Young. Young back for Daniel. Daniel sauce pass to Liam. Liam gets a shot from the blue line. That's deflected on net. Rebound goes in the corner. Young battles. Gets support from Noble. Noble in front for Crossway. He's all alone, but the goalie finds it. No, it's loose. Rebound picked up by Nobes. Nobes sends that back around for Young. Young in the corner. Gets it back. Tries to get that back for Crossway. But Bishop iced the puck with 4:48 to go. 1-0 for the Cards. Goalie's fixing his pads up. Ethan Philippe, also a goalie for the Onaping Falls Huskies. Just won the Hessler Classic out in Kitchener last weekend. U18 and Huskies. So, shout out to Ethan Philippe, Bishop goalie. Blazing them. All right, puck is behind the net. Bouncing around. In comes Carson. Now Billard fires it. Gets deflected high. Stays in bounds. Bishop fires it cross ice. Ooh, Markowicz gets it in, but offside is called. Close. Puck's in front of the net. Save is made. Whistle goes. A couple extra whistles. In comes Gary to separate the pack. This off in our zone. Marshfield wins it back. Gilbert fires it around the boards. Picked up by Bishop, back in the zone. Goes. Pass out front. Connect now. Xander with a shot for Bishop. Blocked in front. Markovich working on it. Then here comes Stroney. His pass blocked by Harrison. Bishop fires it back behind the net. Regan gets there first. Chips it up the boards. Harrison gets that into Bishop territory. Heads off for a change. Bishop chips it up into the zone. Gilbert's going to get there. He's got some pressure. Chips that around for Weir's Mickey. Back to Gilbert. He finds O'Kane at center. O'Kane dumps it in the corner. Sends it behind the net. Pressure now from Larsh. Puck gets into the neutral zone. Nice delayed off. Here's Mickey trying to jump for O'Kane. O'Kane trying to get back to the feet. Pressure from Bishop. Now O'Kane gets it into the Gator territory. Whistle goes for offside. Referee saw it from behind the scenes. Holden, nice battle, gets the puck into the zone, works it out front, deflected into the corner. Larsh after it. Working it around, got a couple of Gators in the way. Puck comes out to center. Now, Wiersbicky gets it back, enters the zone. Into the corner, passes out front, deflected away by Bishop. Takes the shot to the face. Of course, Catano couldn't see that one. The clear angle he had. Now the puck goes into the zone. Picked up by Andy. He feeds it up for Liam. Liam into the zone. Dishes it over. Picked up by Noble. Noble tries to get that back over. It's cleared out by Bishop. Won't make it for an icing. Andrew gets there first. Sends it behind the net. Daniel up for Younger. Young battles on the sidewall. Gets some help from Andrew. Bishop finds the puck, takes it out. Interception from Patty. Gets it into the zone. Sent out by Bishop. Daniel. Andy. Andy fires that in after the red line. Pressure. They chip it back to the neutral zone for Crossway. He gets it over for Andrew. We got 1 minute left in the first period. 1-0 St. Charles. Young in the corner with it. Gets that in front for Liam. Liam gets it back for Crossway. He sends that around the boards. McLean fires it back around the other way. Young gets there. Wins the battle. Then Bishop finds a loose puck, fires it all the way down for an icing. 33 seconds to go in the first. Puck bounces out of the zone. 2-on-1, pass in front. Can't get a shot off though. Now, Marshfield, so is Billard. Puck bounces out to the blue line. Bishop fires that in the corner. Kept it at the blue line, but Billard gets it back, chips it over for Marshfield. Marshfield for Gauchi. Gauchi takes it in, cuts to the net. His shot can't get on net. It goes behind. Carson battles, gets it to Billard. His shot at the buzzer, saved by Field. 15 minutes to go in the second. Puck is in St. Charles zone. He fired up center. Picked up by Kane. He fires that in his zone. Keeps the battle going. Puck comes up the other side. Holden. Chipped it by Bishop. In comes Larsh. He gets that across for O'Kane. O'Kane gets in, fires a shot. Glove save. Get a face off to the right of Ethan. It's more probably less embarrassing. Markowitz shoot, deflected. Young's after the rebound. Noble bucks back for Gilbert. His shot of net deflected from Noble. Saved by Philippe. Judge sent it back down for Nobes. Nobes gets it up, tries to get to the blue line. Bishop gets the first. They chip it in the zone. Puck comes around the side. Noble with some pressure and a Vinny pressure. Pass intercepted by Jackson. Jackson behind the net, chips it up off a couple players, but icing called. 13:49 to go in the second. 1-0 for the Birdies. There we go. Good pressure from Carson. Gets the puck out of the zone. He gets it back in Bishop territory. Cuts to the net. Gets a shot. Oh, just wide. Burns keeps that in. His shot's deflected high into the rafters. Marsh to O'Kane. Back for Burns. Back for O'Kane. Kicks it over for Holden. Holden tries to get it back. Now Larsh is on it. He walks out, gets a shot. Save is made. Rebounds loose. Clearly by Bishop. Burns tries to keep it in. Gets a piece of the stick though. Now Bishop gets it into the zone. Nice work from Larsh. And then comes Holden with the puck. His shot. Glove save. Off the draw. It's out front. Blocked away by Bishop. Risbicky sends it back in. It goes out of bounds. Send it back to the blue line. Don't connect. Kessler sends it behind the net for Risbicky. He's got some pressure coming. He turns back with it. Gets it up for Liam. Back for Burns. Oh, Noble gets a piece of it, and here comes Young. He forced the puck into Bishop territory, but Bishop heads out with it. Bishop with the drop pass to get a shot. That's saved by Kessler. Puck comes out front. Giersbicky gets the rebound. Chips it up for Patrick. He kicks that out of the zone. Back in Bishop territory. Puck comes around the boards. Young with some pressure. Plays the body. Bishop gets it in the zone. On net, Kessler's going to hang on to that. Just under 12 minutes to go in the second. Still 1-0 for the Cards. Loose puck goes back to the blue line, kept in by Bishop. Crossway in the corner, sends that around for McLean. McLean up to Gauchi. Gauchi over for Marshfield. He chips that into Bishop territory. He follows up, sends it behind the net for Billard. Billard in the corner. In the slot, tries to get that in front for Carson. It's tied up. Cleared out by Bishop. Nice and waved off. Kessler sends that around. Pressure. Bishop gets a shot blocked by Marshfield. He chips that out of the zone. Almost to himself. Knows almost wins the race. Crossway gets the puck back in the neutral zone, circles around, chips it up for Marshfield into the zone. Nice thing call though. I guess Marshfield didn't get that. Now just under 11 minutes to go. Off the draw, it's back for Gilbert. Gets that to Markovich. Round for Judd. He leaves that for Noble. Noble into the zone, dumps it around. Gets behind the net, fires it up the boards. Bishop gets it back and heads the other way. Bishop dumps it in the zone. Kessler plays behind the net. Puck comes out for Noble. He turns and skates it out. Enters his shot from Bishop, glove save from Kessler, and he pulls in the rebound. 10:09 to go in the second. 2-0 game now. That one's tied up off the draw. Carson ships it to the blue line, kept in by Bishop. Pressure continues from Gilbert. Markovich up for Gauchi. He turns and hands it off to Marshfield. Marshfield across to Billard. He gets that in the zone, fires that net. Marshfield gets his shot. It's saved by Philippe. Sent out by Bishop. That's going to be nice. Marshfield finds it. Oh, wait. Pass in front. Shots fired off the post. That was O'Kane earlier, not Marshfield. Bishop chips it up. Good notes. Hands up for an icing. Puck comes out front. Bishop takes it behind the net, holding with some pressure. Puck goes in the corner now. Bishop ships it up. Pressure from Large, keeps it in. Battles, it gets back to Burns at the blue line. Burns fires a shot. Hits a shin pad. In comes Wearsby. He gets that in front for Holden. Just couldn't get that directly on net. Holden keeps the battle going though. Takes the puck in the corner. Back for Burns on the blue line. He gets a shot. That's Larsh trying to tuck that in. Burns again at the blue line there to keep it in. He sends that deep. O'Kane sees that behind net, trying to get that out front. Bishop gets a piece of it. They send that around. In comes Noble. He works it out front. It goes behind the net now. Pass out front for Holt. Shot is saved. Knocked away by Bishop. Now sent out by Bishop. That's going to be icing. 8-18 goal. A second. Back in the zone. Puck comes out front. Jed intercepts it. Cycles back to Noble. Back for Liam off his skate and up through the neutral zone. He gets in, gets tripped up right in front of no call, Catano. And surprisingly, no call. Now Gators back in the zone. Shot goes over the net. Judd gets it. Toe drag off the boards for Young. Young chips it in. Oh, in Noble's feet. Bishop gets it back. They turn with it, enter the zone, drive the net. We're going to get a hooking call there. Stick got stuck in him. Interesting note, it wasn't Catano. Yeah, Catano won't discuss that call that he missed, of course. Puck is dropped. Power play for Bishop, save from Kessler. D-to-D pass. Backdoor pass. No shot fired, though. Now they walk in. That shot is safe. Kessler. Puck up on the sidewall. Nice work from Larsh to intercept the pass and get that out. 30 seconds gone for the penalty. He plays it for his D. Oh, wait, that was the D. That was Sander. Now Bishop through the neutral zone. Got in. Gary misses that offside call. So much for home ice advantage. Pucks back to the blue line. Try to pass that in. Marshall gets a piece of it. Got pressure from Carson, keeping him outside. Markowicz fires it around. A minute gone to the penalty. Pucks in the corner. Battle from Gilbert. Now Gauchi. Backdoor pass. Can't get the shot. They get it back. And now they get the shot. Power play goal. 2-1 game. Excuse me. Off the draw, Bishop finds it in the neutral zone. They get in. Shot blocked. Burns chips it up for Holden. Cross ice for O'Kane. Chips that into the zone. Puts it down low. Billard helping him out. Puck comes around the other side. Burns keeps at it. For Billard. Billard gets a shot off the blocker. Rebound cleared away. Billard picks it up. Taking another shot. Gets it down low. Pass back. Burns gets a shot. The shot keeps some speeds. Golden gets it back for the Cards. Good shot. Deflected now. Billard sends it down low for O'Kane. Holden helping out. Puts it out front. Billard gets it. Ships it down low. Kane sends it into the corner. Bishop fires all the way down. That's going to be icing. Kane keeps that in off the draw, but then Bishop gets it out. Shot that's saved by Kessler. Rebound cleared away by Daniel. Judd working on the sidewall after it. Support from Noble. Puck goes back for McLean. McLean fires that around for Young. Young off the boards for Noble. He chips that into the neutral zone. Gets in the zone. It's in his feet. Tries to work that over. Gets a piece of it. Back for Crossway. Crossway. McLean. For Judd. He's back onside into the zone. Bishop gets it back up through center. Shot blocks. Young fires it around for Daniel. Daniel circles back. And reverses to Judd. Judd gets that up into the neutral zone. Bounces back for him. He comes in. It's a little trouble. Cross check to the head. Potatoes finally going to make a call. He'll only call 2 minutes, I'm sure on it. Of course, it's 2. No, 2-minute power play coming up. Could have been an easy 4-minute call. It's clear. Bishop, Kessler plays it behind the net, leaves it for Daniel. Daniel up for Carson. Carson all the way into the Bishop territory. Hits the brakes, circles back, finds Billard. Billard in the corner. And some pressure. It's over for Marshfield now. Marshfield across for Daniel. And to Carson. Carson for Regan. Regan cuts in front. Gets some help from Holden. Marshfield. Chipped up the goal, makes it out. 3 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 for the Cards. Puck comes around. Send it back from Marshfield. Regroup behind the net with Daniel. Daniel up for Carson. Carson up through the blue line over the red. Into the territory. Leaves that for Holden. Holden in front of Billard. Billard back for Holden. To the backhand. Forehand shot off the blocker. Billard gets it over. But sent out by Bishop. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Kessler leaves that for Daniel. Daniel circles back. So he got some trouble. He gets it over for Liam. But in comes Xander. Liam blocks the pass. Daniel sends it up to Liam. Liam sends it up for Noble. Noble into the zone. Back or 9 seconds. Low passing flex. Bush gets a shot. Glove save. Puck goes down. Icing called. Minute 36 to go in the second. 2-1 Cards. keeps that in. Now, work from O'Kane keeps it in zone. Bishop sends it the other way, holding after it. Puck comes out. Bishop into our zone. And comes holding on the back check. Gets it up to Larsh. Larsh to Markowicz. Markowicz circles back. 1 minute to go in the second period. Gilbert has the puck now. Vinny comes up the side with it. Ships it up through center. Knock back. Now down low. Pressure from Bishop. Gets it out front. Holden intercepts it. Gets it over for O'Kane. Back for Holden. Into the zone. Tries to work it out front. At the blue line, Burns keeps it in. His shot through traffic. Gets on that rebound. Cleared out by Bishop. Just gets over the blue line with 20 seconds to go in the period. Puck's back in the zone. Bishop sends it out. Ice and waved off. Wiersbicky gets there. 10 seconds to go in the period. Wiersbicky gets it up into the zone. 5 seconds. Pass in front. Shot is fired. Save is made. Judd gets it back out front, but that's the end of the second. Burns sends it cross ice. Bishop picks it up. We're in the third period. Less than 15 minutes. Oh, Young chips it in the zone. Sends it back out. We got a 2-1 game for St. Charles. Puck back in St. Charles. Here's Vicky behind the net. Support for Noble. Comes up the side for Bishop. Turns. It's a shot. Save. Crossway sends it up out of the boards. Nice and laid off. Elchie after it. He ties him up behind the net. Bishop comes in to get the loose puck. Xander, the Bishop takes it into our zone. Intercepted by Billard. Puck kept in at the blue line. That shot is deflected away by Kessler. Marshfield ships it up. Kept in by Bishop. Marshfield gets it out. Bishop sends it back in. Pass. Billard into the zone with it. He gets a shot. Save is made. Rebound picked up by Bishop. Puck comes out. Bounds to the rafters. Back on the ice. 13 and a half minutes on the clock. Crossway keeps it in. Puts it deep in the corner. Pressure from Holden. Ties him up. Comes into support. Pucks back for Crossway at the blue line. He walks in. His shot. Glove save. Off the draw. Bishop takes it behind the net. Knocks it in the corner. Larsh puts it in front. Philippe sends it away. Back in the neutral zone. Crossway gets the puck. Ships it up for Holden. Holden re-enters the zone. Fires a shot. Glove save. All right, 12:50 to go in regulation time. Noble ties up. Puck comes out for Bishop. Back corner. Which some pressure, sends it up the boards. Bishop fires that around. Jed picks it up off the boards. Sends it cross ice for Young. Net Bishop gets there. Ship it up. Gilbert keeps it in. Finds Judd. Judd keeps it. Walks in. Can't get the shot. Noble finds it now. Noble for Young. Young walks over. He gets a shot. Philippe slides across. Rebounds loose behind the net. Markowicz is there to keep it in. Chips that in for Younger. Young on low for Judd. Judd behind the net. Works it over for Patty. In front for Noble. He can't get that shot though. Out comes Bishop. Bishop in his own. Pass across. They get a shot blocked by Noble. He gets the puck up for Young. Pucks in his zone. Gilbert tries to work it out front. He's got some pressure. He finds Markowicz. Markowicz gets that over for Noble. Noble sends it back in. Icing called. All right, they're both going to go to the box. 5-on-5. Both unsportsmanlike contact. Called. The draw goes in the corner for Golden. Chips the boards. Into the zone goes Marshfield. He gets hauled down. We're going to call that. Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure. Chipping is called. So power play coming up for the Cards with 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go in regulation. Big back check. Now Crossway gets the puck back. Minute 40 to go on the power play. Nice in front. Learsbicky up for Marshfield. Marshfield back for Learsbicky. Gain some space. Now Learsbicky comes out with it. Cross ice pass for Dolce. Out for Burns. Burns brings it back over for Learsbicky. He finds Marshfield. Marshfield chips it at the red line into the zone. Billard gets there. Back for Marshfield. Marshfield down for Billard. All right. Billard behind the nets. Coming around, gets it in front. All tied up. Puck sent out. Kessler plays it behind the net. Sticky. Takes it out, hands it off to Liam. Liam gets into the zone. And in the corner. Bishop sends it to the blue line. Kept in. All right, Learsbicky across for Young, over for Judd. His shot is saved. Off the shoulder. Judd gets it back. Cuts across. Sends it back for Young. Young in front. Shot is saved. Now Bishop sends it all the way down. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Puck comes up for Gilbert. Takes it into the zone. Drops it for Young. Young across the slot. Tied up a bit. Comes behind the net with it. Works out front. Marsh gets a piece of it, but it's cleared away. We're back to 5-on-5. Learsbicky gets the puck across for Judd. Judd comes up the side with it. Chips it into the zone. Funny bounce. Philippe's going to pull that in. We get a face-off inside with 9 minutes left in regulation. Coincidental penalties also over. Ref making sure doors are closed. A call earlier in the day in the St. Charles game when the girls went through the penalty box. Pumped her head. Hopefully she's all good. Anyways, Bishop gets it back in our zone. Their shot off the right shoulder of Kessler. Both battles on the side. Support from Crossway. Bishop passes up front. Shot blocked by Marshfield. Hold it. Sends that cross ice for O'Kane. He falls out into the zone. Support from Marshfield. Keeps it in. Now Marshfield goes behind the net with it. Behind the nets. Up into the high slot. Almost takes a knee. Keeps it going. Holden helping out. In comes O'Kane. O'Kane works out front. Gets a shot. His own rebound. Save is made though. All right, pressure from Judd gets the puck. Judd sends it down low for Gauchi. Nope. Bishop in the way. Comes back from McLean. McLean crossweight. Crossweight off the boards for Carson. He chips that up. Bishop gets it back into our zone. Back check from Judd. That goes in the corner. Behind the net. Gauchi up for Noble. Kept in at the blue line, but now Noble gets it out. They enter the zone. Gets a shot. Almost beats him, but Philippe gets a piece of it. Puck comes out. Back in the St. Charles zone. Back. Goalie kicks out the pad. Big save. Rebound goes behind the nets. Carson gets a loose puck. Gets some help from Liam. Liam for crosswinds. Daniel up for Noble. Noble sees Billard. Hands it across to Judd. Judd gets a shot that's deflected. Pass in front. Can't connect. Now Crossway gets it back. Over for McLean. McLean sends it in the zone. Philip plays that away. Bishop chips up center. Markwich knocks it down, sends it back up, but in comes Xander. Xander passes it. Gets a hit from Crossway. Now Noble gets up to the blue line. Back this way, Crossway tries to get it out. Kept in by Bishop. Bishop coming in, get the shot. Gets a pat on that. Now Young after it. Takes it on his own. Hands it off to Billard. Billard enters the zone, drives the nets, takes it behind the net now. He's double teamed. Young for the supports. Young gets the loose puck. Gets it over for Billard. That's cleared out by Bishop. Off our sticks, no icing. Markowicz into the corner. It's tied up. Bishop tries to get the front. Kessler knocks it away. Now Markowicz gets it up for Young. Young across for Billard. Billard try to get that in front from Marshfield. Bishop got in the way. Billard keeps the battle going. Puck's on the ground. Billard gets it behind the net. And Bishop sends it up the other way. Oh, nice work from Larsh. Now back for Gilbert. Gilbert across for Billard. Gets it into the zone. Ships it into the corner. Larsh gets there. Tries to cycle it for Marshfield. A couple of Bishop players in the way. Puck comes out. It's tied up again. Now Marshfield with it. Larsh gets that back for Gilbert. Gilbert gets a shot from the blue line. It's blocked in front. Rebound. Deflected into the corner. Larsh is after it. He's double teamed. In comes Holden. Holden gets the loose puck. Puts it out front. Bishop clears it away. Back on Burns' stick. Burns chips it up. Less than 5 minutes left in regulation. St. Charles up by 1. Gilbert to O'Kane. O'Kane chips it in the zone. O'Kane gets it behind the net. Now battle back and forth. Support from Noble. Back for O'Kane. O'Kane up the other side. Gets out front. Oh, Holden. Brady Holden from Max O'Kane. 4.5 minutes to go. 3-1 St. Charles. Back in our zone, sends it around. Picked up by Wiersbicky behind the net. Stuck on the side, puck comes out. Whistle goes. Pushing and shoving, a couple extra pushes, a couple extra shoves. We're just going to settle down. All right. 5-on-5. Change up the D. Behind the net. McLean gets there. Gets it up for Judd. He charges the hits. Gets that up for Young. Young takes it into the zone. He carried that in backwards. It's not offside. Gary, come on. He had possession when he brought it in, though. Jed gets a piece of it. Bishop though dumps it back in our own. Elbows back for it. 4 minutes to go. Then he takes it up. Gets it over for crossway. Daniel behind the net. Gets some help from Nobes. Nobes sees Liam breaking up. Chips it up for him. That's going to be icing, though. Timeout, Bishop. All right, we're back at it. 3.5 minutes to go. Pressure from Carson. Should keep it to get a shot. Kessler snags that out of the air. Chips it off. Then Marshall gets it out. Bishop sends it back. Across for Markovich. Markovich chips it up center. Bouncing puck. Won't make it for an icing. Bishop has to play it. Comes up into the neutral zone. He gets his shot. After the neutral zone, chips it in. Marshall picks it up. Takes it behind the net. Sends it back down low. Gators chip it up. Pressure from Billard. Gators send it the other way. Chip it up center. Oh, Gary waving offside on the process right there. Now, Gauchi comes out with it. Carson gets the red line, dumps it in. Chip and change. Out comes Larsh, O'Kane, Holden. Crossfade on the point with Wiersbicky. Daniel with the puck at the moment. D to D. Wiersbicky cross ice. O'Kane gets a piece of it. Won't make it for an icing. Bishop's there first. 2 minutes to go in a 3-1 game for St. Charles. Bishop through the neutral zone. Comes in. Toe drag. Stopped by Holden. Holden chips it up. It's kept in by Bishop. Battle in the corner. Puck comes out front. One shot's fired. Bishop sends it in the corner. Keeping Philippe in net. Cross it. Kept in. Bishop sends it in the corner. Crossfade ties up. Gets it back to the blue line. Bishop keeps it in. Crossfade finds it. Now Bishop gets it back. Comes in the next spot. Nice work from Holden outside away as we enter the final minute of regulation time. O'Kane behind the net. Takes it into the corner. He's going to tie up down low, run that clock off. Judd and Noble supporting him. It's back for Wiersbicki. Wiersbicki sends it deep in the zone. Pressure from Noble. Puck coming around. Bishop sends it back the other way. Judd with some pressure in the final 30 seconds. In comes Young. Young forces it. Back for Noble in the neutral zone. He gets the red line, dumps it in. Back on side, 20 seconds. It's going to be all your road. Puck's up in the neutral zone. You got 10 seconds to go. Bishop comes in, fires a shot. Kristen makes a rebound, a bigger save. Now Young fires the puck across ice. Judd ships it in the zone. That's going to be the end of the game. So she wrote 3-1 points.